Daredevil on the cover.
Yes.
And I read that as like a little kid, and it blew my mind. It was like outside my comfort zone. And but I was fascinated by it. It had like a visceral effect on me, and I found by chance years later, the following issue, maybe when I was about 12 years old, of that Daredevil. And then I read it, and I was able to I was old enough to like wrap my head around it a little better. But I loved seeing like the storytelling aspects, and but that's the one that probably had a huge effect on me at the youngest age.
Okay. What's the best thing about being a comic artist?
Well, there's a lot of good things. I love storytelling. I like doing different mediums. I like doing art and writing, and you can do all of those inside the format of a comic. I like doing some things on my own, but I also like collaborating with people, and you can do all of that in a comic. So for me, I just fell in love with the medium because I felt like it was a medium that could integrate all of the different passions that I liked into, you could funnel it right into that one thing.
And so conversely, what's the worst thing about being a comic artist?
Well, I imagine people have said this already, but they probably mentioned deadlines because you enjoy doing it, you just don't always enjoy having to do it as quickly as people want.
Yes.
But it is motivating too, so you learn how to discipline yourself with that.
So who is your biggest influence artistically?
So early on, it was that Frank Miller, Klaus Janson work.
Yes.
From that, I found like the Frank Miller, Bill Sienkiewicz collaborations, which I love.
Yes.
The Miller Mazzucchelli collaborations, all of those made a huge impact on me. Mike Mignola at an early age also. But those were some that really had my earliest. Also, Art Adams. I discovered the X-Men and that Art Adams
long shot stuff.
Yeah, it was before that. It was the New Mutants, Asgardian Wars with the X-Men. That was the first time I ever, like, a friend just showed it to me, and I was blown away by like all the detail Art Adams put into it as well.
Cool. And if there's one thing you could change about the comic industry, what would it be?
Oh my goodness, one thing. If there's only one thing, I feel like it has so many different dimensions that even if there are aspects of the comic industry that aren't to your liking, there's always your own lane that you can find in your own channel. So I probably look at it more that way, like instead of something about it that you don't like, just invent the lane that is your groove. I look at it that way.
So David, thanks again.
Yeah.
5 questions with David Mack. Thank you.
Thank you so much.